Welcome back to the Open Mic Podcast. I know it's been a few weeks. We've had some technical difficulties, but we're back. We're probably still fucked up, but we do have a new sponsor coming hopefully soon. Yeah. No, I actually did talk to a guy and he said he might sponsor us, but he also said no. So
okay, so that's that.
Yeah, I'll ask another guy. There's always another guy. But we're back this week. Say what's up, Jason, with me as always.
How's it going?
I just want to talk over that part. And no, I'm kidding. And this week, our guest, Dave American. What's up, Dave?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Do you prefer David or Dave?
I like when people say my name at all, so I'm pretty happy either way.
American. American
Yeah.
is like American.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's just American, right?
correct.
It's not
Like
American.
George Bush would say it.
Yeah.
American.
I see you turn the shirt back around. Let's,
Yeah. The other side touches my nipples weird.
Yeah.
It's
It sticks to
it
your neck.
felt
It gets
too
like,
real, you
it
know.
almost feels like when you take off later, it's gonna rip some of the skin off.
Yeah.
Maybe a little
kind of later
little
trauma.
bloody later.
Yeah, I'm not trying to lose a
Glad we
nip
went
for
that
the
far
show.
with it. But, so you're a stand-up comic too. How long have you been doing stand-up?
I like to say I've been doing stand-up for like 6 years now, and one of these days I'll be funny.
Okay, that's it kind of took my armor away from you, my weapon. But yeah, I like to say I'm 2 years in and they go up and do really well. They're like, yeah, no, 2 years, I just dabble. It's whatever. It's fine. I'm more of a jokist anyways.
Jokist?
Yeah.
Like the occasional jokester?
Well, I'm a jokist, I focus on the jokes, okay? It's not really about you, it's about my material, so not really.
Those are my favorite kind of comics.
And now, obviously, but you were military before
Yes.
comedy, right?
Yes, I was.
And were you Air Force, Army,
I did Marine
Marines?
Corps.
I want to say all the other ones to see how offended you got into, because I know you're a Marine.
I don't care.
I was trying to see if you.
I would have cared what I was in. I maybe would have said something to you about it, but like,
Well,
but like,
it seems like the PTSD is under control at this point.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few
A lot.
trigger words we can't say. So I forgot to bring that up in pre-production. That's
pre-production.
yeah.
We'll
that's
figure it
lingo.
out as we go. It'll be fine.
That's lingo, baby.
It'd be a learning curve for all of us.
Yeah, we'll all get there together.
So you were a Marine, so obviously that means you're bisexual. And no, I'm kidding.
I don't sleep with women.
Yeah.
Well, that also means that you've buried guns in the desert and went back and got them probably.
Well, now we got to start over because he doesn't want this up there.
I don't know why we're doing this on recording. Yeah, you made
Yeah,
a very
exactly,
good
yeah.
point.
Now he's going to take us to the desert. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll show you where the guns are buried.
Yeah, but you will. That's
You just
what,
can't come back.
yeah, that's what I'm scared of. I don't want to see where they're
I'll
buried.
tell you, but
Yeah, they're probably buried where I'm going to be buried. New gun hole, old Mike hole.
Well, you won't be alone right now.
In death, we're all alone. And on Earth. Anyways, so
Sad turns
Marines.
aside, moving forward.
How long were you in the Marines?
I was in the Marines for about 6 years.
How long were the Marines in you?
All 6 years.
Okay.
It usually turns out that way.
Yeah, they
6
don't.
years, 6 inches.
Does it matter?
Let's-
Six charges.
Let's say that's where it ended.
Yeah.
As a man, does it matter how many inches are in you? If there's any inches in you, it's the issue of there's inches in you.
I think
You
it's
never
a
seen
part.
the old John Wayne movie, An Inch Too Far?
Now I'm gonna Google it later just to see if that was real.
I feel like it's
Probably
personal
a porn
preference.
remake.
Like if you want a man in you, I think it matters. But if you don't want a man in you, it doesn't matter. No, that's a dick in me. But I mean, if you could choose, obviously, I'd pick like one of those finger-sized penises. Like a small. I don't want to say Asian because I feel like that's racist now. But isn't that the thing for years? Everybody said, "Oh, Asians have little dicks." And I've been watching a lot of porn, and I like sometimes like, oh, I wonder, is there a big dick Asian out there? No, not a one. Some stereotypes are just real. It's not racism. Asians have small dicks. They just do. I'm sorry.
Coming out powerful in the start of the episode.
I've seen a lot of porn, but I'm not going to come to their aid either. So yeah.
We'll come to their aid.
Come to their aid.
That's a good pun. That's a good pun, baby. Yeah, I wouldn't come to AIDS either. So, you got some questions for us, Jason, before I fuck this whole podcast up?
Sure.
Start great.
Here's a pretty good would you rather that seems appropriate for now. Would you rather be a functioning alcoholic or a lazy stoner?
How you just
Can
looked at
you
the two
do
things
both?
I am.
Can you do both?
Yeah.
If it had to be one or the other.
Stoner. Yeah, I'd rather smoke weed than drink all the time. As you, Jason,
I would
opens up
definitely
beer.
go weed.
Well, it's not really beer; it's Michelob Ultra, so he's fine.
Yeah, it's only
It's
just
water.
2
Yeah.
I would yeah, I agree with you. I'd be a lazy stoner.
I feel like I'm at the degree of stoner that if it was alcohol, I would be an alcoholic. because honestly, I don't really take tolerance breaks. I just try to get to normal every day. I'm just chasing that dragon. My dragon is normal. That's where I'm trying to get to. Just so like when Jason got here, I hadn't really smoked today because I had people in here doing work in the house. I could tell I was like getting aggravated, and I'm like, okay, hold on, let me hit the bowl, and then you can ask me 6 questions that you already know. The
You're like, are
answers
you
to.
working on the side over here by the house at all? They're like, no. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, what would you pick?
I would definitely go with the Mary Jane. A
Yeah,
little bit of the herbage.
Well, I think you're more functional.
yeah.
I don't, but I like that you believe in me. That's wonderful.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, don't worry, Dave. I don't believe in you at all.
Awesome. Somebody who understands me. That's all I need in life.
Yeah. What about you, Jason? What would you pick?
No, I'd be a lazy stoner for sure. I mean, I don't want to just be drunk all the time. I like to
Yeah.
get a little buzz in the evening, but I don't want to. I'm not a functional drunk. I'm not a functioning alcoholic at all by any means. So.
Yeah, I'm a like a control freak. So I mean, that losing control, getting drunk and ordering $30 at McDonald's and having diarrhea the next day,
That is
That's
a
why-
loss of control.
and that's just on weed. Imagine if I was on alcohol. No, I just don't. I don't want to lose control that much, and I already have a DWI, and one they snuck in on me. I don't remember it, but apparently I have 2 of them now. But I just,
You double dipped on the first
just
DUI.
I don't know. Well, it was a weird thing. You remember Wascom? They
I
threw
think
one on us.
they prepped for you, and they were like, this guy's gonna get one. Just give him one.
Yeah, let's go ahead and slap one on. It's just like a bumper sticker. It'll peel off when he gets to the next one.
And it didn't peel off. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know.
Now I have 2.
Yeah. What else you got for us?
How about this? Would you all rather always have cat hair all over your clothes, or would you rather have a drop of bird shit somewhere on you all the time?
Somewhere on you.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Yeah.
Just like real bird shit. It could be on your hat, your shoulder, your back, your forehead,
See,
hair.
if it's on my back, I wouldn't care. I just wouldn't turn around.
Yeah, I guess that's a location-based question at this point.
But you can't know. It's just somewhere. Because I'm sure every day it's a different bird shit. Because every
Right.
day there's a different bird that comes and shits on my life.
Every day do you get to hang out with a different cat?
I mean, I guess that's just a situational thing. Yeah, if you don't already own a
Like
cat.
if it's a curse and you
Like
kill
you don't have a cat,
every
but you
day.
have cat hair.
You just have cat
That's what makes it really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I
a great.
don't
That
know.
sounds like a great like stoner premise for a joke. Like, got a new apartment covered in cat hair. Don't have a cat. Got a new apartment though.
I live the life of cat hair covered on my clothes, so I would go with the bird shit. To be honest with you, I think it change.
But it's shit. You can't change. It's gonna be.
Have
on
you
your-
ever been shat on by a bird?
Yeah.
I've been shat on twice by a bird. Once was on my hat and my backpack at the same time. It hit the back of my hat and it dropped off on my backpack.
How old were you?
Like I was in high school.
You were in high school.
Yeah.
It was one of those
Really at the
days.
peak of like
Yeah.
not wanting someone to see me with like shit. And someone
On your-
told me. They were like, hey, I fucking
Oh,
heard
so
you."
you were on your way to school.
No, I was at school.
You were
and
at
somebody
school.
at school was like, hey, like it was actually
Well, I mean,
somebody
when
in
it's
class.
shit on, yeah.
It was somebody in class. They're like, hey, do you know that you have like bird shit on your back?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
But you
What are
didn't
you
know.
supposed to say? Like, no. I mean,
Oh,
I meant
thanks.
for it to be there. Yeah.
What about the other time?
The other time was I was an adult. I was actually doing door-to-door sales, and it happened when I was having a bad day, of course. A bad day. You know where it did? Where would it hit you in a bad day?
In the mouth?
Cheek.
Right on the forehead.
Forehead?
Ran down my nose.
Like a cartoon.
Kill shot.
Yeah, that's like one of those game shows they have in Korea. Where they'll have a bird shit on you. They do that weird
Yeah.
stuff right on the forehead.
And somebody opened the door as I was knocking doors too. They're just like, "Hello, can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, I just got shit on in the face by a bird." And they're just like, "Oh." They're like, "Would you like a paper towel?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they give me one, and they're like, "So what are you doing?" And I tell them, they're like, "Yeah, we're not interested."
Yeah, we're not gonna write you a check or give you a credit card number. You shut up our house with shit on your
You're
face.
the bird shit guy.
Well, it's
You
funny.
guys want a new safe?
I did door-to-door sales with Jason. That's how we met. And I feel like me showing up with an eyebrow ring is the same as you showing up with bird shit on your face. They're like, we're not giving you a credit card.
They're like, "You're funny. Thanks for entertaining us. We love being with you. You want to take some food? Yeah, we're not buying anything from you."
Well, what kind of food you got? No onions, no beans, no bullshit, bitch. What else you got?
All right. So, would you rather marry someone who doesn't love you or marry somebody that you can't stand?
Oh man, that's all my relationships have been one or the other. Actually, I don't know if I could stand anybody I've ever
I
dated.
guess you'd have to make a lot
After-
of money
after
to
a
be
while.
able to do both.
Do what?
You have to make a lot of money to be able to do both.
I feel like a lot of people are already doing both.
There are.
So
Yeah.
somebody you can't stand or someone that can't stand you. Basically.
Yeah, somebody who doesn't love you. So you have somebody there that you love, but they don't love you, or you'd have somebody that loves you, but you can't fucking stand them. But for one reason or another, the relationship just seems to work, so you're there.
Or you can't afford a lease on your own, and you're in between.
Credit, whatever the story is.
Basically, if you're me.
Halfway house,
Yeah.
anything.
Halfway else would be nicer than this.
All the Hulu and streaming shit is in their name. Yeah.
Man, it depends on how the person that doesn't love you back, how they treat it. If they're just doing it like out of pity, probably.
Well, let's just assume that you make it accessible, like you pay the bills and all that shit, and they give you pussy, but they just can't stand you and they don't love you and they're hot. But
Oh yeah, then yeah, that.
that's that.
Yeah. If they're hot, then yeah, that one. Give me that one.
So what if the other one's hot? The person you can't stand. What if they're hot?
Oh, I can stand
gotta
it. If she's
understand
hot. If she's hot,
hotness.
I can push those feelings aside. Just give me whichever one looks most like a suicide girl without a chest tattoo. What would you pick?
Why no chest tattoo? I have a question.
I don't
go
mind them. I think
backwards.
they're cool, but at the same time, titties are a beautiful thing, and I feel like it ruins them, especially when they get to like 45.
They
And you
get
got
hit
this
with-
big Celtic cross on your chest. And you pick the kids up from soccer.
It's
and
sagging down like a
Yeah,
sad
and it
ghost
doesn't look
now.
like a cross anymore. It looks more like an anchor. Because the cross is drooping.
Says the guy who can't get any work done because of the suicide girls.
Yeah. Well, I finally unfollowed him on Instagram, but I have another account.
Your secret account is
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, but give me the suicide girls.
Who are you hiding the secret account from? Yourself?
I'm not gonna say here. Now I gotta
You're
start
not gonna
another
put that
account.
information up.
How about this? If you were, would you rather go vegan for 1 year or jerk off publicly every day for a week? Every day for a week. No arrest. You won't get arrested. Nothing like that.
Or go vegan for a
Or
year.
go vegan for a
I've
year.
had some
Vegan
really
for a year.
delicious vegan food.
Yeah, but not as good as coming and eating a burger. Right? Especially a double bacon cheeseburger stacked with the good pickles with the ridges on them.
Right after you
Can you
legally
eat
just
that
wipe
while
one
you
out.
masturbate?
Yeah, will I get arrested for this masturbation?
No, that's what I said. So, would you rather go vegan for 1 year or would you rather jerk off publicly every day for a week, no arrest?
Just the fact of giving up cheese alone, jerking off in public.
Yeah. I'd take the public jerk.
You have to give up cheese for this?
Vegan, you can't have cheese. You can have like the vegan cheese. It's
Yeah.
like I've had like cashew queso and cashew cheese. It's actually pretty
It's
good.
like Velveeta or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll
Velveeta
eat that
sounds
on
like-
top of my normal cheese.
Yeah. So you'll jerk off in public.
You're telling me I get no trouble. I get to have like public nudity. I get to probably
Yeah.
eat this burger while I'm doing it.
Yeah, you probably fuck the burger if you want in public.
It's
I
the
can
same thought.
invite
I can, but then you can't eat the burger. You have to eat around the dick hole.
That's
Do you?
Somebody might.
Well, it depends. If it's Five Guys, I'll eat the dick hole.
Yeah.
I'll eat some Five Guys dick hole.
Yeah, see, you gotta set a good high bar. 5 Guys is that bar.
Wait, we gotta go back. You didn't pick the last one. Wife that can't stand you or wife that you can't stand?
Oh, I probably will more than likely have the wife that can't stand me.
I get that. I get that vibe from you.
So I'll say the other one.
Just to try something new.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
switch it up. He wanted to try first.
I've been with someone before that like loved me, but I just after a while couldn't stand them. But I can't break up with anybody. I don't know. I've never been able to.
I think I've been in both relationships
Yeah,
also.
I've
I've
been
been in
in
one where
both.
there was no love, they didn't love me and I loved them, and I've also been in one where I couldn't stand them.
Yeah.
And they loved me.
I think that's the lesser of the two evils, just because the one when someone doesn't love you back and you love them, it hurts.
It hurts. Do
It
you want to be
hurts.
hurt and insecure, or do you want to be like annoyed and at your wits end?
It
all the
fucks
time?
your brain up because you're insecure about that and you can't make decisions. And I don't know. Give me the hot one still. Whatever.
And
then-
we'll all
I'll take-
and we'll all fuck burgers in public.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we went on burgers, I guess.
Hey, how about this? If you were a ghost, what would you do to haunt people?
Oh man, I would.
Masturbate publicly and fuck
With a cheeseburger? Yeah.
I'd stick my dick in their cheeseburgers or eat it, and then fuck their face. No, I would do stuff like while they're masturbating, I would turn lights on. You know, I'd swipe their phone open. I'd learn their code and open their code. I'd
What about farting like around new couples when they're together for the first time?
oh, that'd be so fun. When I worked at Chili's, I used to do that to like couples you can see are on their first date. I'd cross their table, dude. Fuck 'em.
But the funny thing as a ghost is that one of them swears it was the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to.
What about I really hate when people take pictures of their food all the time. What if you like smash people's food while they're taking pictures of it? Just don't let them take a good
Smash
picture
it
of
into their camera.
Yeah, flip it up.
Yeah.
They can never get a clear shot.
Every time. And then I don't even get a meal.
I think that to get on the real savagely side, I think that I would piss in people's beds while they're in them.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. While they're sleeping, make them
Yeah.
think they did it.
Yeah.
I would hide their keys and their wallet and put them in way separate places they would never be, so they're always late for work.
What about constantly change the Wi-Fi password?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Just different numbers of O's in the word boo.
Yeah. Keep changing different variations of boobs.
And what do you think would be the dumbest way to die?
How I'm gonna die, probably from smoking and eating terribly. Like you could have just not done all this and you're gonna die.
Well, I mean, there's a whole book about that, the Guinness World Records of like the stupid deaths.
There's YouTube videos that are like dumb ways to die, and they like show like dumb ways to die with like cartoons.
Dumbest one I've ever heard of.
Okay, here we go.
3 rednecks, real drunk, somewhere down in South Alabama, playing around with a chainsaw. First one cuts off his foot, second one cuts off his arm, last one cuts off his head to be the champion.
Who won?
Whose dad told you that joke?
Unfortunately, I believe that's based off of real.
Well, it fits here really well. It's true crime, so we get arrested. for
Yeah,
that
we
shit.
should do that story. There were some depressed rednecks.
Yeah.
Man, my dog don't run no more. You know what was a dumb way to die? It was that one episode we did where the lady, there was a gator down by the water. And they're like, hey, there's an alligator. Don't go down there. She's like, it's fine. And then she's down there
It wasn't
fucking with it.
fine.
She's drunk on box wine. And then as like alligator grabs her and she's struggling with it, and he's pulling her into the water. She goes, guess I won't do this again.
And she never did.
Yeah. Well,
She learned her lesson about nature.
for like the last 5 seconds of her life. Yeah.
what about dying on a roller coaster? You're like exhilarated and then you're just dead.
No, I would say I would be like freaked out the whole time because I used to love roller coasters, but now I get like all nervous and shit on them. So I'd be like, I'm gonna die, and then I was right.
You know what my fear is? And this is a real fear that I have.
And you feel correct at the end, so you're
Yeah.
like a champion.
It almost is. It's a little bit of like a clarity.
Called
it's a
it.
clarity.
My fear is that I'll break a roller coaster while I'm riding it, and then that's how I'll die.
Like
I
you
had
shot
the thing
off.
with the guy at the Batman ride at Six Flags. The guy's like standing on it,
I
trying to
remember.
get to lock, and I'm making a scene. I'm like, get the fuck off me! And like I get on things now, and I'm like, I don't need to ride this.
And how's this for a friend? He couldn't fit on it.
You
He
feel that way on
exited.
the
I was like,
toilet
I'm
too.
leaving
You sit
too.
down,
Yeah.
it rocks. You're like, nah, this ride.
I told him I was leaving too. I was like, hey, if my friend's leaving, I'm leaving too.
Yeah. Because Jason also couldn't fit. Plus, he's like 4 inches longer than me in height.
Yeah.
The rest, he's like 8 inches longer. He's
Yeah.
huge. Big old.
I was thinking, what if, like,
Talk
this
about
just
kids.
this was outlandish, but we're like a belly flop into a volcano.
What? What was it? Say that sentence again.
Like
That's-
dumbest way to die. I was just thinking like belly flop into a volcano.
Yeah, I feel like you'd already be on fire before you hit the lava, but you would just. I feel like you would just be done.
Disintegrate. Falling out of a window sounds like a dumb way to die.
Yeah, if you just fall out of like a 2nd-story window, you like slip. Like my dog, I'm still like house training her. She hasn't pooped in my house in like 2 weeks, which is great. But she'll still walk. I'll take her outside for like an hour, and she'll come inside and piss. And I get mad because I can't see it because it just blends with the tile. But I keep slipping like I'm a cartoon slipping on a banana. And like I did the splits earlier. I'm like, you pissed in there!
She's testing the boundaries of your body.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a dumb way. Like I'm gonna fall and like crack my head on the tile floor and just die and piss.
You do like the shower slip where you take that extra long step.
It's all tile too. When I get out, I'm always worried. I'm like, I need a hand towel.
You know, speaking of that, I think that anything dying in the shower is a dumb way.
Yeah,
How did you die in the shower? That's dumb. You know,
yeah.
slip, fell, bust your head open. You're naked. Everyone's looking at you.
Yeah, when they come in to find you, your balls are just locked over your leg because they're so long.
What's the one where they like do the thing?
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
That's gotta be one of the dumber ones.
Yeah, how'd you die? I was trying to come. I want to come harder.
I mean, your
Have you
family,
tried a burger?
your family and loved ones are really left to make their own conclusion about what happened with that. You know.
It's almost like
You're not.
I don't know. It's weird because it's such a fine line between coming the hardest you ever have and leaving the hardest you ever have.
I'm willing to.
I've tried so many jokes about this topic.
Coming the hardest you've ever had and leaving everyone behind.
Coming the hardest you ever have or leaving. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty. You know what I think is a stupid fucking way to die?
No.
Yeah, in the arms of your loved one as your kids wish you goodbye and you leave the room passing away. So stupid, fucking idiots.
It's a little cliche.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
A lot of people have done. You're just copying everyone.
Yeah, let me guess. Did you get married in Hawaii on the beach, asshole? Yeah, good for you.
That's why the turtles are
Choking on
missing.
Pop Tart, you fuckhead. No, I'm just kidding.
Is there
Turtles
a,
normally do.
What's the most boring and mundane thing that entertains you guys, like just generally? Because mundane things and boring things entertain people still. Like example is like
Confused people in public.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's like a thing you like to.
I've done a lot of door guying stuff, been around the world, and there's nothing quite like going somewhere. You finally get to relax. You're looking out. You're people watching because that's what you do.
Love it.
And you see someone looking around, and you can tell they're looking for something, and like watching them come back.
They're standing
go.
right in the fucking place they need to be.
They've passed the sign for the whole mall like 4 times, and you're like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take another Mai Tai.
You,
Bring it back.
you know what I
I'm
like?
loving this.
Yeah.
Let's
I was
do a
working-
fantasy on this shit.
When I work the door, because I still do sometimes, I work the door at these comedy clubs, and like people will walk up, like there'll be a line, you know? You've seen this where people
Yeah.
walk up like, oh, is this the line if you have a reservation? I have a reservation, I don't need to be in line. I'm like, this is the reservation line right here, so just go to the back of it, and we'll get your reservation after I get everyone else's reservation.
Reservations are the devil.
Yeah.
This is a reservation.
I feel powerful when I send somebody to the back. And then I realize I'm getting like $10 an hour and some old chicken strips to be here tonight. And they probably drive like a newer car. It doesn't have to be a Benz. I mean, you
They
know.
drive?
Exactly.
Yeah, good for them. I feel like they're stepping up in the world.
Dude, you have a driver's license, pussy.
Way to be
What's up?
connected to them sister.
Yeah. Fucking loser. So let's do the open mic.
S-Class drives away.
Let's move on to the open mic. So make a little room here. You scoot that over.
Alright, guys.
I'll turn this around so the camera can see it after we spin it a couple times. But you're going to go first. What you want to do, grab it from the side, give it a good hard spin. You can spin it either direction, but whatever it lands on, we'll talk about it. Unless we don't like it, then we'll do it again.
The last time I masturbated,
Nice.
Always ends up here. When's the last time you masturbated?
I was eating this burger.
Fucking Burger King over here can't let go.
I can't. I had to. It just keeps popping up. The wheel gave it to me.
Yeah, it's
So
You
last
gave it
time
to
I
that burger.
masturbated.
nothing. Fucking.
Tuesday in the shower.
Tuesday? Today's Tuesday.
I know.
Today in the shower.
Yeah.
Nice.
You did?
You took a shower?
That's what
It's
we're
Tuesday.
saying.
Shit.
Of course.
Okay.
Did you?
What if the last time you masturbated was with like, somebody's orifices? Does that count?
No, that's not
Alright.
masturbating.
So
When's the last time she didn't help you?
yeah. Hey, it was yesterday. Yeah.
Really? You found
Yeah.
some time? Nobody was home?
Yeah. Remember I was in the bathroom for
And
like
then you hung out with me?
yeah, like 10 minutes. And
Ah!
I just like something with that game, dude. I was watching that game and then
Shaq
when I
was
was
doing
south,
so
I was
bad
like,
right
"Fuck,
now."
I gotta feel good,
Yeah.
man. I feel good. Just help me feel good.
Bring Jay Cutler in. You want to know when the last time I did was?
Halftime, he went full time.
Like 30 minutes before you
No,
got in the shower.
That's why I don't shake your hand.
I took a shower with my dog. I waited till she was done and I took her out of the shower.
I hope
And then,
she doesn't know what's going on.
yeah, and she does. She gives
You
me
always
You feel
little
like she gives you like
You always
judgmental
want the
eyes?
lady to finish first.
when I do it in bed, and like, cause I get naked to jack off, cause I don't have time to fuck around with stuff.
Yeah.
But she'll come get up on the bed and she'll look at me, and then she'll look the other way, and then she'll just lay down and like face away from me.
Like,
I'm like, you're ruining this. You're making it worse. I'll like go move the doggy stairs. I'm like, yeah.
what if you like are like adjusting and stuff like that? And she's like, oh, it's time to go. Oh no, let me look back.
She does. Or she'll get under the blanket and she's like, he's doing it again.
She hides from you.
Yeah, I don't want her staring at me. My last dog would like get in my face
This
while I
man
fuck my
is
Like,
girlfriend.
what are you
Smooth.
doing? Is that your dick?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Rico would do that. I'd have sex with my ex. He'd get up there and he'd bark and he'd like look at me and like look at my hand. He'd be like, "You have a treat? Do you have a treat? Do you have a treat?" I'm like, "I'm getting my treat right now."
I hope you're not going to do that to me.
Yeah.
Never.
Why would
Get
you
out of
think
the
that?
room.
Dogs think weird shit. You
Yeah.
never know. Their life is so small with what's
Yeah.
inside, like just the world you create.
I wonder what she thinks when I'm masturbating. She's like, "Oh, he's shaking his vagina. Why does he have? Why is his vagina long?"
His
It's
hands can
weird.
touch his tail funny.
She's like, well, I wish I had thumbs so I could do that to my tail.
Yeah.
He looks like he likes it, but he also looks bad
Why is he fighting so much?
and sweating. All right, I'm
Looks like
gonna
he spit up too.
he's sick. Get a paper towel. He's throwing up. His tail is sick. Why is his tail on the front? Anyways, this is back's weird. What was that?
The one right next to it.
Quit while you're ahead.
Quit while you're ahead. That's a lesson that I'll never fucking learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will stop making burger jokes
No, you won't. Exactly. No, you won't. As a comic, we like to just keep going and going and going until it's nothing left.
Just call back till they stop answering.
Yeah.
So.
And even then, we call them again just in case someone else came home.
I love that. I hate telling people to stop laughing at a joke. Like, I kill it before they're done laughing at it. So you always push harder to get another tag, and keep it funny as long
You're
as
always
you
trying
can.
to milk it. Or like there's the story with Jason. I've told this before, but maybe you guys, this is your first episode, so I'll tell it quickly. We had a house party, and Jason's ex was we're still together, and her friend came, and she told me that her friend had a sex dream about me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I have 50-50. That's better than the chances I had before.
Dude.
And like, we're at this party, and like, I had already shooed off some bullies that showed up. I was like, he came in like trying to, I'll fight everybody in here, and I was like pushing people out of the way, like
You
a Hanes
handled it
movie.
without violence?
And I was like, start with me.
I was pretty impressed with you that evening.
Yeah,
I was like, it's gonna be a long night. We have to start with me.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah. I was like,
I am Spartacus.
I was like, I like whispered to my ex. I was like, let's fucking ask it.
yeah. He brought 4 dudes came in a big truck from Oklahoma, and I was like, start with me. Hope you brought a lunch. And I was telling all these things. But they totally bowed down and got the fuck out of the house. So that happened. So I'm like, oh, I'm up to like 75% now, right? It's just still here.
You were like fucking king shit at that point.
And like she's walking to the
Same
bathroom.
chick that dreamed about you?
Yeah, she does part.
And then you rose to the occasion?
These
I'm
guys-
telling you the story.
And before you get there, as he was walking back in from like basically kicking these dudes out, everybody, it was like slow walk central. He's high fiving everyone. And everyone's like, "You the man!"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah." So he walks over to this chick.
I walk over to her and she's walking to the bathroom. So I'm like, I have my beer. I'm already drunk and I'm feeling like a very tall man right now. Feel real tall over here. And I'm walking backwards in front of her. I'm like throwing my smoothest shit at her. And I feel like it's working. And then the back of my foot hits like the corner of a chair or a table or something. And I fall all the way back and I'm like, there it goes. This is where I live.
Like as he was falling, he's like,
Back to
"And I'm
life."
falling backwards."
I said, I was like, I'm falling backwards. I fell and I poured the beer up my nose as I fell. I coughed it onto me. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to go take a piss. She left. She left after that.
Yeah, they like left.
Yeah, she left the party, the house. She left the domicile, the residence. She was fucking gone.
With another guy.
She was gone with that feeling that I had of being 6'4" for her.
How long did you stay on the floor?
I laid there for a minute. Didn't I just stay there?
Yeah, you were like, I think I spilled my beer, and I was like, no, I think you're still holding it. And you were like, oh, yeah.
I spilled some up my nose.
Yeah.
But also, Jason, like, let me help you up, and I was like, just go away. I was like,
Yeah, I'm kind of fine.
I was like, I'm gonna see what this is all about now.
Yeah.
You want me to give us a spin there?
Sure. Is that me or you? That's you?
That's your water right there too, by the way.
This one?
No, that one was my old one.
That's your old one?
Yeah.
Ew.
You drink out of it?
No.
Wait, what is one?
I have my water here, and I threw another one over here.
Whatever, I'll sit
What we got here? We have could has made me.
COVID.
COVID has made me.
I'm left-handed, and you don't write the topics anymore. Slide it over to the middle so we can see.
COVID has made me. Man, what are you willing to admit?
COVID has made, like, what's different?
COVID has made me give a shit if people are fucking protecting themselves or not when I didn't before. I mean, like, why? I don't know why it bothers. I don't know why it bothers me when people have their mask under their nose, but it does. And normally it wouldn't. COVID's made me like fucking start judging people and like thinking of stories about them and making up my own like little plot of their life and how shitty they might be. And
You're
what
becoming a comedian. That's exactly what we do.
I'm on the right track.
You know,
People watching.
you know what bothers me with the mask? Like, I'll wear mine. Outside, I don't wear it because, I mean,
Mhm.
I'm outside. But as I'm walking up to the store, I put it on. But the problem is all the people who are wearing the chin diapers or not wearing a mask are the people who look like they should. Like, I even traveled down to Austin to do a show last weekend. And I was like, I noticed every time I saw a grown-up with a mask, wearing chin diaper, of course, their child, I left the camera there for a minute, but whatever. But their child's not wearing a mask. Like, that's who we're doing this fucking for, is the kids and the old people, right? That's what they're saying. And those are the ones that, and it's old people not wearing masks. And like, not even for COVID, like, their breath is just bad too, so just cut it up.
Did you know that I actually learned today that it was it's actually written, it's a state law that the people that are doing the polling that work at the polls, they do not have to wear a mask. They're not required to wear a mask. It's written in the law
Really?
that they are not required to wear a mask. Look it
Huh.
up. Yeah. And like all of them are coming down with COVID. Of course. I mean, that's, you know.
I applaud people that work in these stores, like retail stores and fast food places where they do wear the mask all day long. Because I'm in a store for like 15 minutes and I'm like, my mouth is sweaty, it's harder to breathe, and I'm just
my
like.
lip is all sweaty.
Yeah, my lip, especially I just trim my mustache, it gets like real sweaty here. And it's just annoying. Like, I usually don't take my sunglasses off in a store because I don't care what people, I'm not trying to I'll make eye contact if we're having a conversation, but.
Fog them up.
But the mask, yeah, fogs them up. I don't know, it's inconvenient to put them on my
Well, you gotta
shirt.
spend like $30 to get the mask that doesn't do that then, instead of the $3 one.
So I went to Florida right at the beginning of COVID for my family.
Okay.
What's COVID?
That's what I call this.
Oh, Medea's COVID.
COVID. Medea's
Oh,
COVID.
Portland.
Yeah.
How you doing on COVID?
COVID. Nah, I don't care much about it. I've never been this busy in my life. I've gone to Mexico and Florida this year.
Yeah.
I like how
During pandemic times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Florida handled it totally different. I guess they all accept death or whatever because they moved there.
Well,
Everyone's grandparents live
They
there.
say the sun kills it, and it's the Sunshine State, so
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
it'll be fine. Plus, it's Florida. You know how much meth and drugs people do in Florida?
They've built up a tolerance to whatever you're bringing.
You know what's funny? I thought about this today. It's funny you say Florida because we both lived in Florida.
Nice.
Jason lived there twice. Florida's the weirdest state because the more north you go, the more southern it gets.
Yes.
You notice that?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
It's
Miami's
very
like
country
Cuba.
as you approach
Yeah.
Georgia.
The closer you get to Jacksonville, it's the more southern it is. I thought that was maybe just I thought it was funny.
Maybe.
So that's it for the open mic.
You got some stuff you're working on?
What? How much time do we have?
I mean, we're ahead of schedule. We're like just past a half hour.
Okay, good.
Plenty of time to talk.
I do have a couple things. I can't remember what I did. I don't think. No, I didn't do. We didn't record it. That issue. Okay,
Yes,
so
it
I
never
have,
mattered.
I have a couple jokes. Oh yeah, and plus the last few got scrapped, so I have jokes I can do.
There we go.
Okay. So I'll do this one. I'll do the probably most offensive one first. I was just thinking like. That's more offensive than the joke. But I was thinking, like, this year, like, of course, there's COVID, murder hornet, sexual assault robots. It's all just weird, right? We can all admit it's weird. On top of all that, doesn't it seem like there's a lot more pedophiles than we noticed before, right? Like, they're fucking everywhere. Comedians are getting accused of it. Everybody. I mean, I don't know who's guilty, who's not, but it almost feels like walking like on the street now on the mall, and you see people like. Probably half of those motherfuckers are pedophiles. And the thing is, I'm walking around with all these people, and to me it feels like, okay, have you ever walked into a room full of your friends and they were planning a trip somewhere but they didn't invite you or tell you about it? Does it kind of feel like that? Like, not saying I want to be a pedophile with them or be in that club, but I also don't want to go to Arkansas and camp and do meth in a cave with my friends. But it just feels like, I feel like you should invite, like, why do they think I'm not cool?
I'm gonna lean off camera.
That's a premise I just had in my head. Just talking. Do you have anything that you're working on?
I do actually. I saw a video that was saying there's like less representation or whatever for like cisgender white dudes on commercials. And I don't think I've ever been happier about something in my life. Like, I went through a real hard time a few years back, the early thousands, with the Billy Mays guy. He was so relatable to me.
Oh yeah.
And just
He was
Billy
more
Mays
relatable-
here.
He was more
Yeah.
relatable than his partner.
Oh, for sure. Like, so I had boxes of that orange glow shit, and I had fucking the Zoop, the knockoff ShamWow towel that really didn't work.
Yeah.
I had like 2 cases.
You gotta buy
of
the
that.
stripper's
Yeah.
ear off to make a credible
Like
towel.
50 gallons of the clean oxy. That shit, you only need like a couple grams and it's good. But I would have bought everything that I had. I finally got my credit score back when he passed away early. I think I was probably the only person happy about it, you know?
Yeah.
And I say that now because now they're saying there's going to be less representation of cisgendered white males. That's fucking fantastic. It makes it so easy to just skip, not relatable, don't care, not buying it. Next thing, back to my video, let's do this.
Yeah.
That's my new one, my full premise on it.
Now you know how I felt a minute ago. No, I'm just
That was
kidding.
cold. It felt rough.
Off camera for me.
How dare you talk about skipping videos.
I did yesterday. I went to a Chinese buffet, and I haven't been to a buffet since before COVID.
Uh-huh.
And they were taking all the precautions, like I had to wear gloves, there's like extra sneeze guards, but they did seat everybody in the same section. And I was like,
They still stuck with that whole sitting everybody next to
yeah, and I was like, I don't want to sit there. And I was like, how about over here? They're like, oh, it's not open. I was like, there's people sitting there. I was like, I'm gonna sit there. And they were like, no, you sit here. I was like, no, I sit there. And they were like, no, you sit here. I was like, no, I sit there. And then I go sit over there. And I mean,
because they said, you went where you wanted?
I do what I want. I'm
Okay.
a bit of a maverick.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah, not a Dallas Maverick.
You rebelled against a small Asian waitress.
Yeah.
With
That was
full-
just trying to survive, pay off her debts, so she
No,
didn't be
she
a
was-
slave anymore.
This was the owner. I've been there before. And like the thing is, I noticed when I walk in buffets, people get scared. Like the other people who just eat
Yeah,
there.
they're worried
They
if there's
feel
not gonna be any
threatened.
red food.
Yeah, they scoot their plates closer like it's prison style now. And like people get up and like, I need another plate.
The food warrior is here. We
The-
must protect ourselves.
Like Jason can attest this next part.
Yeah.
The chicken wings are so good at a lot of good Chinese buffets,
Man,
right?
Chinese buffet chicken wings are better than
No
almost
sauce
any
on
chicken
it.
wing place.
Pick it up
Because
and
they
eat
slow
on it.
cook them in the freaking pans for like 5 hours.
That's not, they're deep fried, I can tell.
They're different peanut oil. It's peanut oil.
Yeah.
I found.
But anyways,
Yeah.
this is the joke I'm working on. The rest I'm just
You,
fucking.
you got me.
But
You wrote me in with chicken wings.
yeah. Chicken wings and buffets. Jason's on board. He already likes it.
Let's get going.
No, but I'm eating a chicken wing, right? And have you ever had this where it's a drumstick, and I took a bite out of it, and it's floppy, and I found out the leg was broken inside the chicken wing. That's terrible, right? To be that chicken with a broken leg. And I was like, this chicken's broke. The chicken's broke, just like me. So we're so similar. But then I thought about it. We are really similar because I also don't have health care. No one cares about my well-being.
And so when you die, somebody's gonna eat you.
Yeah, me and the chicken are the same. Yeah. We're the
I wonder if
same.
that broken leg is what contributed to him being picked to be killed.
Or maybe that's how they killed him.
Ooh.
All right. Just, some people pick them up and like sling them around. I don't know.
With their neck or their leg?
I don't know.
You should use
I
their
kill
neck.
pigs, not chickens. I've never killed a
Gotcha.
chicken.
You've never lifted a pig by its neck and spun it around until you snap.
I want to see.
Oh,
if you
I
now
killed
want
him with a knife, but I never like snapped his neck.
Did you like
that-
Steven Seagal whisper in his ear?
Well, that could be like my John Wick thing, where I would just want to run through snapping necks. Maybe I can go to a farm and just yeah on pigs.
You're like, tell old McDonald I sent my son, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Baconator is back.
Time to be a McRib. Yeah.
I thought I had another new one that was working on. I'm trying to think of the ones I told on the episodes we had to scrap.
Barbecue sauce, bitch.
This pork just got
I wrote one about how I got best excuses my senior year. I don't even know that.
That was
It
the
was
thing.
like a
You were
s-
like the best excuser or something.
I've never heard of it before or since. I think they made up my own category
Yeah.
and just said, fuck it.
Yeah, they were scared of you. They didn't want to give you nothing.
Yeah.
Somebody there at the school was like, "No, we want to include you."
He's in ROTC. You gotta tell him.
Yeah.
You gotta give him something.
I didn't do any military stuff until like I joined. I
Yeah.
refused it all.
I feel like they can tell you were going.
They can tell that you were on that path. Like he could have a gun.
Let me
and,
guess. You got in trouble and you went to the military. You got in trouble.
No. I went to college.
That's even worse.
and you went in as an officer.
No.
Oh.
I went back in as enlisted.
Hmm.
Okay, I don't know what that means. To be
It
honest.
means he makes great decisions.
No. He's making horrible decisions.
That's what I was thinking. Hey, I'd like to be a Marine, please. Just spit in your face.
They're like, you only need like
Basically,
20.
they told me to quit right in front. They were like, you can't do it.
They're like, you need 26 more credits to be an
wrong.
officer. Like, nah, let's just do it from here.
No, he wasn't trying to prove you wrong. He was pulling the old Kansas City shuffle on your brain. He's like, if I tell him he can't do it, he's going to do it harder.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And I was really great at it for like 6 years because of that. And then I finally figured it out. I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Like, I didn't like any of this shit.
Yeah,
Last 6 years.
that was all real bad. No, it was cool, man. I got to travel the world.
Where's your favorite place you went to?
Bahrain.
Finland.
No, I thought you were going to say Bahrain.
No, Finland.
Finland?
Yes.
Why Finland?
The free time was exceptional.
That means,
And it was like-
the hose were
Oh yeah, that means I got some.
perfect.
He got some finished pussy,
Uh,
or finished in some finish.
I don't even know if it had started, but that's not
Is that what you call Finn people from Finland?
Yeah,
Finish?
they're Finnish.
finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're Finnish.
You're fucking done, kid.
You done, kid.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why.
So is it like racist for you? Like, yeah, you fucking Finnish fuck.
Hey, is anybody here from Finland? I'm finished. Nah, you're fucking done. Get out. I'm fucking stupid.
That's fucking Finn over here.
No.
You know what he's fucking saying?
No, what'd you like about Finland? Like, what made it so great? Like, your favorite?
Like the
alcohol?
northern lights were crazy. You got to see those.
Mhm.
Rich culture, a lot of fun.
Rich culture, as in
Yes.
white people. There's a lot of culture. Hey, these white people are culture. They got wooden shoes.
No, I'm actually Norwegian, Scandinavian, and stuff. So I got to go back to Norway when I was younger as well, and I also got to see a lot of the same stuff. I'm sure it's Viking stuff about being warriors back in the day and just taking shit, and that's why they have beautiful women now because they took a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what it was.
What was the food like in Finland? What do they eat? Potatoes.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
They fuck them.
See what you did?
Yeah.
See
Say
what
what
you
you
did?
got. Say what you got. Now I can't get
Well,
a
I'm
Wendy's
glad
later.
it's talking about cheeseburgers, not keto this week, so I'm fine with it.
Look who
Cheeseburgers
brought
in
it up.
paradise. Boom. There it is.
What's the food like though? Like what's like the popular, like if I go to Finland, what do I gotta eat?
So I don't remember the food there. I worked a shit
I was
ton
hoping
while
you
I
said
was there.
pussy, but it's okay.
I was. You cut my armor right out from under me. I was built with that. The
Oh,
only
I'm
thing
sorry.
I ate that was finished.
See, I'm streamlining shit in my
I
mind.
know.
Tagline. I don't need no meat.
I felt like you were going in that
So
direction.
you would have gone
Yeah.
vegan, not the burger.
Well, is pussy vegan?
Ooh.
No, I mean,
Depends on what it eats, right?
Well, there's a degree of protein. There's a degree of protein all around. I mean, because jizz, all male or female jizz is protein. The juices are protein. There's protein in all of it. So
You can you can taste it, but you can't swallow.
so it doesn't count. You don't have to
Yeah,
count
it
any
doesn't count.
calories. Yeah, you don't put it in carb manager while you're tracking your shit.
It's like Catholic girls and butt sex.
You know Todd Birdwell, right?
You didn't really fuck them. It's in their butt, right?
Yeah,
They're still
totally
virgins.
different.
Yeah.
you know Todd Birdwell, right?
Yeah.
I did a show with him recently, and it was like a brewery show. And there was a table. There's people, they don't give a shit at these brewery shows sometimes about the comics or comedy going on. There's a table, there's a family eating, and he's
They're just like
hosting.
talking and being
They,
like,
well,
shit.
this table, I was watching them because they had a child with them. The guy had like a 5-year-old daughter sitting next to him, and he's sitting next to her, and he's just eating whatever. And Todd does a joke where I don't know the whole joke, I wouldn't butcher it, but he says something like, "I didn't know there were carbs in pussy." And I've seen this before, so I'm watching this to see what happens. And the guy like looks up and he looks around like, and then he didn't even look at his daughter. He just went back to eat, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone."
I thought I heard the word pussy.
Yeah, they left after that.
It's time to go, Karen.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's do some true crime. Pause.
Time for crime stories, bitch. Bitch.
Bring your breakfast, crime.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I got a couple of things saved up in the arsenal here.
Yeah. Plus the last few we could use. I just realized
I
we
can
could use
use
the
it again.
shit.
I've got
I mean,
two that we don't even need to use.
We had to
It's fine.
scrap like 3 episodes. Fuck.
I've got a couple of things I think you guys are going to want to talk about.
All right.
So check this out.
I'm excited.
Teenagers are boiling used menstrual pads to get drunk.
I'm less
They're
excited.
boiling menstrual pads. So maxi pads.
So these days, teens are becoming so hard to understand, and sometimes it just makes my brain hurt, is what the article reads. Okay, this is in a parent column that I ended up just scouring because I'm a parent. So I found it's like we all can't keep up with the bizarre things that kids are willing to do to get that high that they want, figuratively and literally. In this case, what they're doing is literally gross. Remember the boiling water challenge and the Tide Pod challenge? Do you remember both of those?
I remember the Tide Pod. They were eating Tide Pods. Well, what's the
The
boiling,
boiling
water?
water, I think that was where you drink boiling water or some shit. You know,
That's
it
fucking
scars and
stupid.
scalds your fucking throat.
Yeah, you could.
Stupid.
So stupid.
It's like the precursor to meth.
Look, I'll say that's stupid, and I'm a guy who's broken a refrigerator, an air conditioner at a church so we can huff the Freon.
Well,
At a church.
how about this? Do you remember as a kid like boiling water for the first time when you were young and like you see it boiling and you just put your finger in it real
Yeah.
fast and pull it out?
Yeah, it's bubbles.
Yeah.
And it
That's
fucking
the
hurts.
it did. That's the extent I was wanting to go. Also, coming from the guy who stuck a knife in the toaster to see what it did, and it's like.
I think I get that too. I've been electrocuted, done it in the socket.
Okay.
Gunned it in the socket.
Done it in the socket.
Well, teenagers, like they have a way of doing, they ended up coming up with a brand new craze. It's called the Tamp-On challenge, and it involves boiling and drinking feminine hygiene products. According to the police report,
Wait.
because
Please say that one more time. I just want to be clear. I don't want to glaze over this.
Yeah, what'd you say?
teenagers have come up with the new craze called the Tamp-On challenge, and it involves boiling and drinking feminine hygiene products.
Drinking douche. And that's why all these
Not
millennials
douche.
are douchebags.
Well, yeah.
Ooh.
Bird.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Suck it, nerds.
So this is like a thing that hasn't reached America yet. This is in Indonesia. If you just imagine
I'm
what's
glad we're importing
You're telling
hits.
me it's starting down under?
what what's so what is so bad there that this is what they've resorted to try to get high?
I wonder if it's like in parts of Alaska, alcohol's banned, and so is certain kinds of hairsprays and
Because it has
mouthwash.
alcohol in it.
Because yeah, people are so addicted to it, they'll drink hairspray.
Hairspray?
So this got on the radar of the authorities in Indonesia.
Waste a good hairspray.
They've arrested teenagers who have allegedly used tampon juice to get high. According to the police
How high
report,
you get that?
teenagers in Indonesia are collecting menstrual pads and tampons and boiling them in water, and then they allow the mixture to cool and they drink the resulting liquid. How, now, I see on your face you're asking exactly how does this get you high, right?
No, I get it. It's chemicals. You put them in your body, they'll do stuff to make you feel funny.
Well, here's the thing. So tampon juice, here's how tampon juice can get you high. The chlorine that's used to sanitize these feminine hygiene products is what's getting them tipsy. It gives them hallucinations and makes them feel like they're flying. So if you ever wanted to try this.
Dude,
I have a fucking box of tampons in my
Well,
fucking bathroom right now.
Dude, let's take a trip.
I want to try this actually.
I wonder if they're saying this. If they're not, I want to coin this. Let's go get our tampon. I think I'm going to name the episode that.
You know, it sounds like they're just huffing chlorine, right?
Basically. So,
Yeah.
so you see, here's the
You
thing.
don't have to get a tampon. to
You
do
just
that.
buy acid. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
Especially in like Indonesia or wherever. You
Yeah.
can fucking get acid for like $2 a hit.
I mean, people have pools in Indonesia, I would imagine, right? You can get fucking chlorine tablets, something.
You gotta remember the context of money, though.
Yeah.
$2 is oftentimes a lot of money.
That's shoplifting right there. Tampons. You
So-
can take used ones.
You good? Ew.
I like that it took a minute to realize, hey, wait, that's disgusting.
Hey!
That's nasty.
So the police have arrested several teenagers and who have actually confessed to using the disgusting liquid as a drink. The one 14-year-old admits that his friends drink the menstrual pad. It's called menstrual moonshine, is what they call it.
It's menshine.
They say you can drink it morning, afternoon, evening.
Is
it
it
don't matter.
better if you steal them from your mom and she's already also a drinker?
I'm still trying to make words, but I'm thinking moonstrudel.
Moonstrine?
Let's go have a moonstrudel. That sounds racist. Moonstrudel?
So here's what the
We're
law.
racist against another white race.
Here's what the law says. So the materials they're using are legal, but but it's not being used in the way that's intended. So it's ended up being used as a drug. That's what makes it illegal in this country here.
So they can just bend their laws how they see fit.
Yeah, however they say it. They're like, well, you're using it to get high. Like if
Yeah.
you smoke banana peels here, the cops can't come bust you for smoking banana peels, you know,
But it's getting them happy.
yeah. Like, you're smoking drugs because you intended to get high, so we're arresting you.
I always
That's not
intend
how
to
it
get
works.
high, you fucking idiot.
So they're saying that this is like misusing the shit and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of these kids are smart. They have the internet. They make variant concoctions and shit like that is what they're saying. These kids have a risk factor that goes up because they're concerned about one substance in the mixture and they're ignoring the other substances which are also in it, which could have fatal side effects because there are other chemicals, I guess, in these
Oh, wait,
tampons
you
and
can
stuff.
die from smoking a tampon?
Well, many people aren't happy about the concept of tampon highs. One Twitter user reminds us that sometimes you have to just go with the flow.
No comment.
I like that.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know tampon is the one that goes in, right, with the string.
Yeah, the tampon goes in.
Not the
and it
maxi pad
absorbs.
that like.
No, the pad just
No,
sits.
I
in
don't know what I'm doing.
The pad sits in the underwear, the panties.
Not the
Panties?
it stays in the panties.
It's in the
Remove your panties,
the
please.
pantaloons. Yeah.
And those are pants. Remove them too. No, so they're using tampons or maxi pads.
Yeah, they're using tampons.
And there's chemicals in tampons.
Yeah, it's whatever like helps like keep it like clean and fresh and sanitary and stuff. There's like a chlorine base that's in them. They neglected to put in the report because the police wouldn't release what brand it was. But just so you know, we go around sucking tampons and find out which one it is.
Like I've heard of kids like soaking them in vodka and sticking them up their butt,
Mhm.
and then you can still like get sick or die from that or get fucked up. But also, I didn't know there was chemicals in tampons. I thought this is how stupid I am, and plus I don't have a vagina. I thought they just soaked up blood.
they do. But it's like a packaging
But
agent.
why would you put stuff in there? Oh, packaging agent for the.
And for it being in there and making it sanitary.
I ain't smoking
clean,
tampons, I'm smoking a wrapper.
sanitized.
Would you do that? Would you ever, if you're like in the military and you just need to get fucked up?
I didn't do
Smoking
any drugs
tampon?
while I was in the military. I just-
Wink, wink. Right? Yeah.
No.
No?
No,
Right?
I believe
That's
it.
why I got to do
Also, I'm
some
scared of
crazy
them a little
shit.
Really? Because my brother was in the military and he told me.
Well, I actually got to guard this dude.
Fucked up
I got to
shit.
like meet him in person.
You want to talk about this, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
You
Let's
brought it
move
up
on.
though. He's just
He's
biding.
asking-
He's just biding this time.
Just
You
biding
know
your
that.
time, oh my
Time.
I take credit for that button. It's mine.
Do you want to stand behind me and sniff me?
It went through my microphone.
That's man. Let's go get our tampon, dude. Let's
Does
go
it make
straight.
you a little bit curious though? Like, I mean,
Yeah, because you made it sound like psychedelics. I'm like, well, let's try.
I mean, if these kids are going out of their way doing it, they're getting arrested over in this country. I mean, isn't it at least worth trying?
Jason's
That's
also
such a low qualifying bar. and I
Jason's
love
also
it.
the same man that tried to talk me into a crack binge that I
Yeah,
agreed to.
Because it's
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Crack can be fun. It can be fun if you have
A week,
control.
if you just do a weekend of it, it's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But
We'll support each other while we beat ourselves off. It's fine.
you beat up my wife and I beat up yours.
Sounds like the first time I drank.
Let's go
Hendrix
rob our
in jail.
wives.
Like me and my buddy when we were like 12 drank alcohol liquor together for the first time.
Yeah.
And then he got sick and like passed out and I had to roll him on his side. And then I got sick and he woke up and I like rolled me onto my side and we were both
That's
like,
friends,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think with him I probably could make it through a crack binge, you know, like a solid 40.
Oh, Jason's probably the only person I trust besides
Yeah.
other people I've been through crack binges with. But
Yeah, but
I know
now
they know
in
how to
my
keep their
life-
head on a swivel. They're
Now in
really-
my life, it just
Let's remember you made every excuse to not get the crack, by the way. So, yeah.
Well, I wanted to make it myself. I don't want to just buy crack. Then you don't know what you're getting. I want to get the good Coke and make the good crack. Plus, you get more that way.
dude. And then if you just add your own additives, all the additives are legal.
Dude, I just had vanilla and root beer flavoring.
And your crack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
It comes with the
Crack's
tin
root
can.
beer.
Yeah.
You think
Hey, I make a
Bart,
real nice crack beer. It's an IPA here, you know.
hey, you think Bart's has a bite? This is gonna slap you. What? We got time for another story?
We got time, and I have another one.
What do you got?
I'm
Load it up.
Nick.
Load it up.
How about this? Priest arrested for filming a threesome with two dominatrix on a church altar.
Now churches get pretty cool.
I want to go now.
Yeah, I'd go
right?
to that church. I want to go to a church where the priest is
What's the
like,
name of the church?
"What's up, dude? What's up,
It
bro?"
might come up. I think it comes up.
He just doesn't like when we interrupt him. We'll just let him talk.
So there's a not so holy trinity. This is in Louisiana. Have you been to Louisiana?
I have.
Okay. So a Louisiana priest is a Louisiana priest
Down there in Louisiana, we film my threesomes.
has been arrested after having a threesome with two dominatrix on his church's altar.
Oh, having a threesome. Oh, he's goth, and so are they.
This guy's name is Reverend Travis Clark.
Travis
Look him
Clark.
up. It's probably on Facebook. 37. He's facing obscenity charges for having a threesome with two adult film actresses in his church.
Why? What's the illegal part?
That's what I'm
You
wondering.
can't fuck in the church. You can't have two hot bitches in Louisiana because I
Senate.
want one too.
Well, this,
Obscenity charges.
it's obscenity.
They
It's
cussed
obscenity.
in
So
the video.
there's things that are probably. If you're lucky, that's all.
How can you tell what they said? They were Cajun.
You can make out a clear fuck.
She
She was saying fuck
Down
me,
down the water,
fuck
you reach your
me,
finger in
fuck
the
me.
fuck. Got the two finger fuck.
This happened just recently, September 30th, as a matter of fact. So September 30th,
Damn, his nut ain't even dry yet.
Oh shit.
the lights inside St. Peter and Paul Roman Catholic Church in Pearl River, Louisiana.
St. Peter, what's that
Pearl
again?
River, St. Peter?
That's it.
That sounds like a phrase you would say if you walked in and saw that.
St. Peter, Pearl River. Oh, he's got Pearl River.
By the love of Pearl River,
No.
St. Peter, you must.
Was this a Catholic church?
St. Peter?
Father, I have some good. St. Peter, Pearl River. He's coming on her.
St. Peter and Paul.
They gave her the old Peter and Paul.
So there was a light on in the church later than usual, and a passerby, mysteriously,
You being a creep outside the window.
yeah, this
How
guy-
did it get this far with the passerby? Was he just like watching?
he just decided to check in.
I thought it was fun.
Okay.
That's a classy perv right there. He only wants to see sex through a stained glass window. He don't want your bullshit fucking home windows. He sucks.
No. He wants to really strain his fucking eyes.
He wants to see it through a kaleidoscope. He keeps switching panes because he likes the colors.
And he wants to feel religious at the same time by looking at Jesus and stuff. Yeah.
That's something. You got that high up the window.
The onlooker decided to look in and see why the light was on. Now, listen, hold on a second. Listen, I'm from Chicago where there's like literally a church on every corner, okay? Yeah. And being a vagrant that I am with my neighborhood clique, we used to just always check doors, see what's open and shit like that at churches and businesses. Locked. Every time. Locked. Everywhere. I went to a Catholic school and they were always locked too, but that was for a different reason.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep us in.
Yeah, they're trying to keep you in. They don't want you telling nobody.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
All right. So he peers inside. The passerby saw the parish's priest half naked having sex with 2 women. Half naked. So would that be like his dick and balls or just his chest?
He lifts up his holy skirt.
Yeah. Tucks him under the robe.
His holy Sunday dress. He just lifts it up, and then you can see his holy trinity.
So he was having sex with 2 women on the altar. They were dressed in corsets and high-heeled boots.
Dude, I'm getting boned up over here.
This is some sweet smut.
Right? I'm starting to swell up.
I like that they've graduated from the old, rumors about the Catholic Church to like really.
Like, no, we fuck women, bro.
Dude,
yeah, we got caught.
That just proves nobody can turn down a suicide girl. These girls are in corsets. They're on an altar. They're goth. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. Why can't you just let these priests have a wife? Maybe they won't fuck little kids if they're fucking their wife, or at least have the opportunity to not. That's stupid.
I mean, is this the whole thing about, like, I mean, you're supposed to procreate. You're supposed to.
Wouldn't it make him more holy if he's raising a family?
Absolutely. And a role model.
Not some single dude who's up here every Sunday. Oh.
You almost can't blame this guy for fucking some bitches.
Oh, yes, man. I thought you were going to say kids. Yeah, the women, yeah.
Bitches, the bitches.
Yeah, but can't you just say a rosary?
This is the least mad I've been at the Catholic Church in a while.
It's right.
Like
this is what needs to be on the front pages now. Bring the unedited version.
And you thought the Biden thing was going to be controversial.
Yeah.
This is where we'll take it. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm super excited.
Okay. Okay, so peering inside the passerby. So it's not all there was. There was also sex toys and stage lighting on the altar. So these guys were really setting it up.
Of course. They were filming it, right?
They were. It wasn't grotesque enough, as the article reports. The onlooker saw a tripod-mounted cell phone and a camera recording it all.
How does that make it grotesque? The fucking armoire full of dildos behind the priest's chair isn't grotesque enough?
How about this?
Don't blame the messenger.
How about this? The unidentified witness then captured the sexual encounter in a cell phone video on his phone.
Yeah, because he noticed through a stained glass window it looks weird.
It says he called the police, but I wonder if they just responded outside as he was coming out and be like, hey, I gotta tell you something.
I bet he
like, hey guys, I'm right here.
I bet he recorded that video before he called the police.
So you would think you would have called the cops and be like, okay, maybe I should record it in the meantime. Yeah, no, it was like, hold on a second, let me just get
As soon as I come, I'm calling some.
This is real hot.
5 minutes later, he came to his senses. Put down the burger.
No, he came to the priest's senses.
The new church is really the new.
Yeah,
priest is really in shape. He's really in shape. The new priest is in shape.
Yeah, they rebranded the church. They should give the priest some Nikes so he can look dope.
So the responding officers
Come on.
They found the 2 women in corsets and high-heeled boots, and there were also the light setups. They confirmed all that was there. The police, however, didn't find the priest at the altar when they entered the building. Let's see a picture of the priest for a moment.
He looks like a stoner. He's like, yeah.
That's the priest.
So he eventually appeared and told he probably like scampered out and like tried to make himself like put his dress on. He appeared to tell the officers that the women were guests and friends of the parish. And
goddamn right, they're friends.
Those are our best.
Because you know they're corsets and fucking those long boots. You know they're wearing leggings, dude. I'm swelling up down below.
He said that they in fact did have permission to record the role play because he operates that church. He's like, so I gave the.
You want them out there doing this on the streets? People smoke crack out there. Come in the church. We got the AC on.
The parish is nice after dark.
The officers, they reviewed this footage. I guess they saw the camera and everything, so they reviewed the footage. They arrested the priest for obscene acts on the altar.
They watched his video and still cuffed him?
Yeah, because they said that it was viewable. This was the thing. It was viewable from the street and passerbys, and somebody saw it. That's why it was illegal.
That man climbed
Why'd
into
they-
a window.
Why'd they leave the doors open at the church? They wanted people to come in.
Maybe it was like, maybe the main dominatrix were like, don't you lock that door, Doug. You leave that shit open and get caught. Now you're like, that was a bad idea, bitch.
I have a couple of thoughts on this. First off, what does a priest call it when he comes? That's his parish. It's his parish. Second of all, what was the other point?
St. Peter.
What about this guy who turned him in? What a fucking nerd. You fucking dork.
I wonder if he was like actually one of the,
Fucking-
like the parishioners, actually.
I bet he was one of her boyfriends. They were probably strippers, and he's like, "Oh, Katie was gonna
It's
come
the
on with
pimp.
me."
Well, here's the thing. They also arrested the women, Mindy Dixon, 41, and Melissa
Wendy Dixon, all right.
and Melissa Chang.
No
23.
comment.
No.
Yes.
That's hot.
Got
That's
a couple pictures.
Let's. I don't want you to hand me your phone. The top one kind of looks like Marilyn Manson.
There's going to be some other pictures that'll pop up here soon.
We'll
They
post this on
probably
the.
look better in the other costumes.
We'll post this on the social media, but we always say that and don't. But
Yeah,
we'll try to.
we'll do it this time. If you actually somebody writes us and says do it, we'll do it.
Put it in the comments down below.
Yeah, Dixon is an adult film actress, verified, and she works as a dominatrix also. A post on her social media account said the day before that she was on her way to New Orleans to defile the house of God. So she posted this
Oh
shit.
yeah, she was that. She's so goth. That's so hot to me. I don't know why, but yeah, she's like she wanted to fuck on the altar.
And she like didn't care. Like she thought it was probably like erotic to get caught. Like leave the doors open. Who cares if we get caught? And like this time.
It's kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in that situation, and I don't want to get caught. The only reason I don't want to get caught having sex is because I don't want people to see my gross body, and I also don't want them to shame her for being into my gross body. Other than that, if I look good, I would be like, I wouldn't care.
I mean, that's what they're gonna go for. They're gonna make you a horse or a pig, one or the other. You know, it's one or the other.
I don't know. What does that mean? What do you? I'm a horse or a pig? Neither one.
Like a dominatrix will make you a horse or a pig.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, I don't want to. I'm not into that. I
Neither
don't
of that
want to be told what to do unless it's like eat my pussy.
What if you're like doing? You're like, no, I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Yeah, I
I'm
would.
done. Stop
Dude.
that shit.
I had sex with this girl a couple months ago that was just like trying to take
Avocado.
control.
Avocado.
She
Yeah.
just kept trying to take control. Like even I was trying to like fuck her from behind, and she kept like moving and doing stuff and trying to help. I guess she's trying to help, but I'm like, hey, stop moving,
You gotta
stop
fucking
it.
grab her on the fucking hip
Yeah.
skin and be like, stay the fuck there.
Yeah, then I feel mean, and I'm just like,
It feels like rape in that tone that I just did. Like,
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
the fuck there.
yeah, no, I'm gonna edit this out. But yeah, that's yeah, I don't like that.
No.
But
Following the arrest, the Archdiocese of Nowlands said that the church has suspended the priest from his services, and then the Archbishop Greg Amond also visited the church a few days later to perform a secret ritual that would restore the altar's sanctity.
a secret ritual. He's gonna fucking kill her. That's the Catholic Church, right? Why is it a secret ritual? It's a cleansing thing. It's supposed to be.
Everyone should be
What
there.
if I need this? What if two strippers and a priest make in the house?
And then they're gonna-
fucking here. I can't do the ritual because it's a secret.
I think, and then they're going to take the kid's face, rip it off, and wear it like Pizzagate, then they're going to drink their blood to live forever, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's not a secret though. We all know about pizza.
Yeah,
Gate, so
that's,
it sounds like
that's
it
not
could be
secret.
worse.
It's worse than that.
But
Mikey, with your quick.
that's fucked up. I don't understand why that's a secret. But what was the guy's name? Travis. I think I saw something about that story.
Is he
'cause they
still a
also said
priest?
that Travis was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would have taken his advice probably about
Yeah,
stuff.
I'd be like, well, this guy knows. Like,
Hey, but Father Travis, do you think I should get with these
What kind of
dominatrix?
charges are there for obscenity, though?
so
Travis Clark, Reverend Travis Clark, 37 years old.
Travis Clark.
Travis Clark.
So
Well, let's find out here. While you say that, I'm going to see what the maximum sentence for obscenity is.
Because it might be worth it for this dominatrix story that they're selling right now.
was there any like proof or evidence that he was fucking these women, or he was just there like
Yeah,
filming?
on the film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the guy saw the guy half naked. Remember, it had to be
Yes.
the bottom half, I guess.
And
I
the
guess-
other guy filmed him. He has two separate films. He has a film of him being filmed.
Oh, shit.
There's
There is
He's got some
technically two films.
voyeur film, dude.
yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
a first-time
Pirated
offender.
film of his porno.
Here's what I found. A first-time offender convicted under the statute of obscenity faces fines and at least 5 years to a maximum of 20 years in prison, just depending on the severity.
You can't give a priest 20 for a threesome.
They
Those
ain't
numbers
coming.
don't add up. You got the wrong math, bitch.
That man was trying to get his, right?
It says multiply.
There's also laws to protect children from obscene and harmful material on the internet, but if you break that law, that's where it gets the harshest.
Well, if you do that, then you should be shot.
So I would say fines
He's
and up
breaking stereotyps. This guy should not get 20. But he's
No.
getting like minimum 5 for that?
to 5 years. I bet you it'd be probation.
Yeah.
I bet probation. You think he'll have to file as a sexual offender?
Do you think they'll put a, like those
It's
ankle
definitely
bracelets?
consensual. They were posting about it ahead of time.
So I don't think he'll have to file as a sexual offender.
No, I doubt that. Unless they say like the church is a certain area, like if you got caught peeing at a school, they can make you. I don't know if that's true. I've just seen Charlie Day say that. So, but like if you get caught taking a piss at a school, it's like they make you a sex offender.
I think there's something about it that they could.
And I think if they didn't like you when they caught you doing it,
They've never liked me when they've caught me doing anything.
Has any cop that's ever arrested you liked you? I don't think they've been.
Actually, yeah, one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because you kept him busy on those nights.
Yeah. He's come out to some comedy shows. I'm also scared of him.
He's like, can I easily see you got some weed in the car? What's going on?
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like too.
And you're like, I don't know if I should tell you the truth or not.
Is it visible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. From you.
I was gonna say, but I'm gonna go back to a point I said earlier. I was thinking that recently. The Catholic Church needs to change that. They should let the priests just marry women. I feel like.
Well, they do. They have like other. They're not priests. If you're going to be like a full-on priest, that's just the thing. A priest and a nun, they take a vow of celibacy. That's just what it is.
Why? Why deny them of the
That's what it
only
is.
joy you actually gave us?
You could be a deacon. You could be a something else and a something else. But you can't.
I'd be a
you can
pastor.
learn how to read for yourself now. It's this crazy thing.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. But yeah, they should. We need to get our priests fucking women.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, the priests should.
But it doesn't make him any less holy because he's not. It makes him weird if you've never fucked a woman.
Ooh, I just thought of
Right?
something. Don't you think it breeds?
Well, that's a bit harsh. There's people out there who don't succeed in life.
How about this?
Yeah, they're weird too.
I know.
It might breed adultery because you know damn well like a lot of these churches, like the women, like are almost like they fucking bend themselves around the head pastor's finger sometimes. Some that love the pastor.
Yeah.
You know, so he would definitely be fucking all the wives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Adulterer.
No, but if he has a wife, that's another thing. Adultery's another thing. But if he, I don't know. I just think it's stupid. You can't like nuns can't fuck, and neither can.
You're supposed to be like holy. You're supposed to be holy.
It doesn't make you holy. It makes you weird. You
can't.
can't relate to normal people.
You
if
can't
don't
stick
do
your
that.
penis in anything except your own hand.
Isn't that a sin for the priest to masturbate?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I could be a priest.
So if you have a wet dream, then if you let God down,
If it's a natural instinct of your body, I think that you're not held
Well, maybe
accountable.
that God put that dream in your head, so God got you up.
Or what if your hand, you're just like touching your dick and it just happens to just friction it off?
That's how I like to pretend like it always happens with me. Oh, I shouldn't be doing. Oh no,
if that was the case, you wouldn't be sweating.
I need to get back to my wife. That's fun, man. Thanks for coming out and being on the show, dude. I appreciate you coming out
Dude,
here.
that was real
Absolutely,
fun.
man. Definitely.
Loved it.
So, do you want to shout out your social media? Do you have any shows or anything coming up? What do you got?
I don't know. It's the Corvid that we talked about before. Has said we can't go as many places. Or
Corvid
do shows.
16.
I've been doing shows, man. I mean,
Oh.
you can't hear it, but
I've been working crazy hours, so I really. Oh, I have that Rudy Ramsey show.
we're not gonna promote that. I hate
Okay.
Rudy. Fuck him.
Okay.
Fuck him.
No, I'm just-
She said I can promote something except that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's the next thing I'm doing.
No,
So,
when is that show? Saturday?
the 14th of November, I think.
14th of November?
Yeah.
What, is it at his house?
Probably.
Yeah.
I have to look at
Knowing him.
it. Knowing.
Bring some tampons. We got some pots for you to boil them in. No. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is just MaryDW. MERRIDW.
Cool, man. Hell yeah.
The dog has one too.
Does he?
Yeah.
What's
His is Isaac in color.
Isaac in color?
Did you have more followers than you?
Yeah, like double or triple.
Yeah.
I don't
Nice.
want to. I hate talking about that one.
It's a
Must be my
sore
dog
spot.
one,
Yeah, dude, that's the sore spot. Like
I
people
think I'm
comment
gonna
on it.
start my dog one now.
I started
Yeah,
doing
Cobra's
barks and
beautiful.
growls back to people whenever they talk to him because I was tired of him getting all these DMs and shit.
That's so stupid to DM a dog.
Yeah,
Hey.
and they say
What's
shit
up?
that you would say to a dog. So I would reply back with "Rrr."
They're like, oh, easy, bushy, bushy, bushy.
I've always taken it as when I pass by like a fence and there's a dog bark, they're just like, hey, hey, hey.
hey.
Like just trying to get my attention. Like I don't think they're actually like saying anything.
So I picture like the ones from All Dogs Go to Heaven where like, you can never come back because we'll kill ya.
Yeah.
Like I think dogs are like that and they're like, hey, let me the fuck out of here, fat man. I'm stuck back in.
I kind of let you out.
You
Like
see, you
that.
pictured him more. Well,
You
I
should be
hear some
nicer.
dogs that just quietly say stuff to you. You hear the, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, that's the John Wick dog.
Yeah, like and then they
They're like,
just
do
pace.
something big.
Or like, I don't feel like he thinks anything else since that last thing he said to me.
Yeah.
Like that's been a one thought.
But I guess we'll wrap it up, man. This was fun. Thanks for coming out. You can, if you guys are on Apple Podcasts, do me a favor, give us that 5-star review and leave us a review. Leave a comment. Say whatever you want. Tell me your true opinion. Tell me I suck or you like the show or Jason's funnier than me. Say whatever you want. I really don't care. But leave us that 5-star review because I want it and I need it. It's going to help us get more sponsors.
I will.
That's the one we lost.
I'll laugh my ass off if somebody actually writes that now.
Yeah.
I want it, I need it.
Yeah, and I will find you.
Yes.
And I'll kiss you. No, I'm kidding.
Have a
But,
certain set of skills.
Check us out on there. Also, you can find us on social media on Instagram at the Open Mic Podcast. Mike, obviously spelled like my name, M-I-K-E. This is what we look like. If you're looking for our profile, here's the picture. What's the Twitter handle, Jason?
I almost forgot.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Open Mic 5000.
Open Mic 5000. Also, Facebook, you can search the Open Mic Podcast. Or find me on Instagram. I have jokes and stuff on there. It's at Mikey B, the comic. Send me some
Get a lot of
messages. Or whatever.
saucy photos.
Yeah, send me some photos,
No,
whatever.
you have some saucy photos.
Oh, I do
You
have
scroll
some. I'm
down.
about to have some more.
Does
They're
the
like
little
some
pompadour.
weird shit. Yeah, Dave. Oh, by the way, I love your pompadour.
I'm trying to grow it out to get to that.
I like how
What it really looks like.
this is what I want.
I like how you're going more for like a Latin king kind of Joker in the hood kind of fucking thing in the front right there. You know?
Yeah.
Definitely a henchman haircut.
Or Pluto from the
Like,
Popeyes.
this face looks like a
Yeah.
baby that went to war.
You look
That's
like
what Joey
you look
told
like you should have a generic tracksuit and be like, Boris wants his envelope with money now, please.
I can see easily being with like a Russian accent easily.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything. Yeah.
Chechnya or
Nice.
something like that.
It's the beard.
But anyways,
Or a
fuck
bottle
you,
of
no,
vodka.
it's fine. But that's it. Thank you guys.
See you.
Bye.
Deuces.